Ki khubor ka bate si TV.
Pindon kam da ka Mahindra Power Roll India's #1 generator. Pynlut ka khuslai lahamiet nishai. Spare parts but service ru pinyo klem jing khuslai. ICFA University Meghalaya is now open for admissions for the academic year 2025. Explore our best courses and apply today. Fee concessions are available for domicile students of the state of Meghalaya.
Menteri Rambah ke Jylla Konrad ke Sangma, ula batai binya iki buit trekam mapura jonga Jylla, Ïakhun Pyrshah yau Drok, ula Klur baga Sorkar Jylla, kan samang Pyrshah san Klur, hagi san Snem, nagabenta ke jing Kershan, yaki rehabilitation center, yaki kan honyam, bat yaki shnong ki bela shim ke senjam Ïakhun Pyrshah, yaki jing settlement jonga Drok. Yakini Menteri Rambah ula penpau. Habakaran haka jing rakhi ke Jylla Meghalaya yak International Day Against Drugs Abuse kablalong haka pundro truk ujulio arajar arpusan haste convention center Shillong. Haka ke jing rakhi blasa khilang do menteri ketran social welfare ba polling do barki officer jong Sorkar Jylla mission director jong dream wa Francis Kharchiying baru executive director jong society for promotion of youth and masses Rajesh Kumar klesoy ga scholar banyarap yaki samla. Hadingani lapun ko buram ru ki arphongot ki brio ki blalat loit na kajing em kirni how drug but ki kin hon repair bikin thop ka life care foundation ka United Achik Society ka Japang NGO KB Kremafo ka Limpong ki sengkin thai but ka you matters.
Through this signing, SPYM National System has strengthening drug prevention and treatment interventions in the state of Meghalaya.
It is indeed an apt occasion for me to remind each one of us that despite the mounting challenge of drug abuse and trafficking in our state. Yet, as the poet says, hope springs eternal in the human breast. We are gathered at a venue that itself is a testimony of the power of hope and of resilience. A Swiss couple had started Hotel Pynlut in 1898, barely a year after the great earthquake of 1897 that destroyed many houses, claimed many lives. And yet from the rubbles and the debris of that earthquake, this couple came up with the idea of building Hotel Pynlut, which till the 1990s was considered one of the top 50 hotels in the country. That is the power of resilience, of hope, of positivity. And I'm happy to share with you that Meghalaya has gone far ahead in its fight to counter and control the menace of addiction and trafficking. The situation looks grim, but I can assure you that we are confident of eliminating drugs and trafficking from our state. We are committed to this cause, for which the state has adopted a multi-pronged approach. The crackdown on trafficking has gone up. I salute the police department for having taken multiple steps in ensuring that we continue to zero in on potential traffickers and bring them to justice. Areas that have not been covered earlier, for example, the cantonment area, has now become a prime focus for the ANTF. Earlier this year, we have also dedicated the ANTF as a special force that will be fully equipped and given the responsibility to tackle drug trafficking and not to mix them up with other policing duties. I must say that the challenge is real, but the government is here to crack down and ensure that we eradicate and fully wipe out the menace of drug trafficking from our state. I'd like to urge upon each one of you to proactively support the initiative of the government of Meghalaya. We would like to see that Meghalaya, with its huge promise of human capital that is creative, a human capital that can contribute immensely to the growth of not just Meghalaya, but the entire country. We will not let that capital to be wiped out by the menace of drugs. In this regard, I must point out that we are fully equipped. All of us present in this hall, God has blessed us with two hands. Let those hands reach out. Let those hands embrace. Let those hands pursue and touch lives. Let us not use just a single finger of those hands to point at others and say, what are you doing? That has to be the change of perspective and approach. It is under this current dispensation that we have also further give teeth to the NDPS as an act by invoking WITS NDPS, which also has provisions of preventive detention of those who are big-time traffickers and repeat offenders. I must also acknowledge the presence of our Mission Director, DREAM, Bang Francis G. Kashieng. I'm sure that the MOU, which has just been signed, will to a large extent also help to further equip and strengthen our department in our resolve to combat drug addiction and drug trafficking. I would also urge upon various organizations, societies, groups, Dorbars to come forward and support the state government. We would especially like to see that community halls are also used as nerve centers where we can collaborate in our fight to eradicate trafficking. Friends, we have multiple challenges in the state, but we also have multiple opportunities. The government has come forward in a big way to incentivize and support groups and individuals who are at the forefront in this battle against drug abuse and illicit trafficking. It is a battle that we cannot afford to lose. Therefore, let us not lose hope, let us not lose heart, let us continue. Despite the multiple challenges that we face, our resolve should be that we aim to eliminate and eradicate drug trafficking and abuse. We have a peculiar situation where, unlike a state like Punjab, the supply of drugs in Meghalaya comes from outside the state. It is not easy to tackle that problem since the genesis, the place of origin of the supply chain is from outside the state. But the ANTF and the entire police department is fully equipped. We are in the process of, we have also trained a dog squad. We are in the process of acquiring a drug scanner, and we would like to assure each one of our stakeholders that we are fully committed towards ensuring that we wipe out the menace of drugs from the state of Meghalaya.
Before I speak, we have a pledge also as part of the program today. So I thought that before I give my speech, I think it would be very appropriate that we can take the pledge first. So I would request if all of us can stand. Today we are united to take a pledge under the Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan
to make not only our community, family, friends, but ourselves drug-free. Because change starts from within. So pledge together to make India drug-free. I pledge that I will take all efforts in my capability to make India drug-free. Jai Hind. Friends, today's program is a very, very important program for us as a state. From the government's perspective, we have been facing this challenge of drugs for quite some time now, and the challenges have become more complicated as time passed. Just to give a few numbers to all of you, that in the last 3 years alone, we have seized approximately 4 kgs of heroin, 12,000 kgs of ganja, almost 3 kgs of opium, about 4 kgs of crystal meth. And you may be wondering what this means in terms of numbers. This amount or the value of the drugs that have been seized by our police roughly hovers around 1,000 plus crores in the last 3 years alone. And in spite of the success in one way of being able to seize drugs worth about 1,000 crores in the last 3 years, which also includes about 1,031 cases that have been filed, about 422 have been charge sheeted, and of course the rest are very soon going to be charge sheeted. So a large number of activities have been going on in the police front. The ANTF has been working tirelessly. We have strengthened them. We have given them more support. We have given them more power, more finance, and all the necessary support that's required to be able to really firmly deal with this entire situation. But yet, we all understand that the issue of drugs is beyond or is larger than simply the supply chain. And therefore, aspects of health is very crucial. Aspects of social issues, the rehabilitation, the counseling, and all the other activities involved in it are also a major part of ensuring that we are able to tackle in a holistic manner this entire issue of drugs that we are facing. And hence, while the government is there, the police department works towards the supply and the distribution chain. The health department works in terms of providing health support to individuals who are drug addicts. And the social welfare department works towards the social aspects of involving different rehabs and the different activities. It is again beyond just the government. And that's the reason why we are having this program today. And that's the reason why we have started this program, which we call the Drug Reduction, Elimination and Action Mission. And the acronym is DREAM. So the Drug Reduction, Elimination and Action Mission, the DREAM mission, the reason we came out with this is because we realized it's multi-departmental and it is multi-sector. And therefore not just the government, but then we need society, we need institutes, we need hospitals, we need communities, we need every single
institutional setup that's there in the state and in the country, in fact, to work together to be able to really tackle this very, very complex situation that is there in front of us. And to share with you, this is the first program in the entire country of this sort. So DREAM program, which has been implemented in Meghalaya, I'm sure it will become a program that many other states will be happy to replicate. And as I said, for the first time, a program of this magnitude in such an organized manner has been taken up in any state. And therefore, I do congratulate the entire team of the Social Welfare Department, very ably led by our Minister, our Principal Secretary, the Director, and all the team members who are working very, very passionately, because they are the nodal agency, who are working very passionately to make this happen and to achieve this. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, what is there in this DREAM project? And why is it so amazing, or why is it so different? And I'll just share with you some of the components so that you can become a part and understand what we're trying to do out here. So while, as I said, the police is looking at the supply and distribution network and trying to really tighten it up, the other aspects of especially community involvement and rehabilitation programs is something that this DREAM project is really, or this DREAM mission is really focusing on. For example, I know that there are many faith-based organizations that are today running rehab centers or really desire to set up rehab centers, and they really care about what's happening, and obviously their involvement is super crucial in this entire challenge and this entire war, in fact, that we're having. And but they don't know where to go. They don't have the financial backing. They don't have the support. It is through this DREAM project where we have made funds available for faith-based institutions or any other institution also who desire to start rehab centers. We are going to fund. We are going to provide you infrastructural support. We are going to provide you manpower support in terms of funds to then recruit the people and train the people. Maybe we cannot do everything that you want, but we will be there to work with you and support you in a very substantial manner. So we have roughly budgeted about 50 crores for the next 5 years to be spent on this project. Of course, this is only a figure which we have announced. We are ready to go and push the numbers even more if the need is there and need arises. And roughly we are spending about 5 to 10 crores every year to be able to achieve this goal. And as of now, as I said, the checks we distributed today is part of that program. So like this, we will continue to support, because we realized this is not just a battle the government is fighting. As correctly mentioned by our Honorable Minister, this is a battle that Meghalaya is fighting. The citizens of Meghalaya we are fighting. And we have to fight it together. And therefore, we are very keen to work with the society, with faith-based organizations, with all different organizations who are willing to partner with us, even communities, even localities. If you wish to have programs, if you wish to put up rehab centers, if you wish to have awareness camps, and you're looking for support and fund, this DREAM project is going to help you to be able to do that. We are working very aggressively today with faith-based organizations. But then, I'm very happy for the Nav Chetana organization. As we all know, they are a very qualified team. They are the ones also who make the different programs for the Social Justice Ministry, Government of India. They're working with them. They're also working with other state governments. And today they're going to work with Meghalaya state government to prepare different kind of programs where, programs will be set up for what teachers can do in school. How can teachers train and create awareness about drugs? So the entire template will be designed by them for that. How can different VECs or different communities or Rambashnongs, how can they provide the training. So the template for that will be again made by them. How can maybe the VOs, the village organizations, the different self-help groups, the different IVCS. Today, as you know, we have almost close to 51,000 self-help groups in the state, which of course is about 10 times jump from the number we had in 2018. So we have a large number of self-help groups, and when we started off in 2018, these self-help groups had about 30 to 40 crores of revolving fund in their accounts, and there were only 5,000 of them. Today we have 51,000, and we have close to 1,200 crores of funds revolving in the bank accounts of these different self-help groups. So it's a very powerful institutional setup that we have been able to create. But the question is, while they do economic activities, why can't we use them for social work also, for awareness also? And that's when Nav Chetana and their group is going to come in and prepare templates of how then self-help groups today can also become part of it. So it's a very important MOU that has been signed today, and I thank the members from the organization as well as the social welfare department for making this happen, and I'm sure that this will go a long, long way in really helping us tackle this issue. I do also urge the officials from Nav Chetana that it's not about just the templates. You have seen this problem in different parts of the country, and you have learned from the situations. We would like to know and understand where we are going wrong, what we can do better, and what is missing. And I hope that your expertise and your knowledge will only help us to make things better and we move in the right direction as a team. So once again, I thank the overall this MOU that has been signed, and I really wish this particular program the very best.
Sri Marvin Brandon Wardry. Sri Zion Marwin. Sri Jeremiah Nongrum. Sri Panlambok Shangyar. Sri Donlang K. Wanyang. Sri Krapor Marvinyang. Sri Walambha Maulong. Sri Eric Victor Dunja. Sri Donbok Lang Karnarbi. Sri Jonas E. Sweat. Sri Isaac Surong. Sri Ferdinand Pale. Sri Shanya Suchang. Sri Damantoy Lingdo. Sri Wanbor Karwar. Sri Banyo Bor Lingdo. Sri Richard Bamon. Sri Mebanker Rodbon. Sri Hamad Lakyang. Sri Wante Manha Lingdo, and Sri Tony Milton Wala.
From the hills of the east, a new voice rises. Hello Meghalaya, our state's first ever OTT platform streaming stories, music and dreams. From folklore to films, beats to breakthroughs, this is where culture meets creativity. Discover award-winning talents, breakthrough creators, and untold stories that deserves to be seen. From soulful podcasts to live streams and dreamers. This is your stage, your spotlight. Hello Meghalaya. Your story starts here.